I'm Rolando Martinez from the VIP project with product owner Masoud Sajadi.
I am Marcelo Valencia.
I'm Andrew Sansetenea.
And I'm Toby Yazawika.
And these are our daily Scrum meeting minutes. This is for Sprint 2. In my first meeting, we just discussed our retro, our review, and our planning, which I think everyone did. And then we just planned on what we're going. We're all present on the first meeting. So, anyone want to add anything to our first meeting? Can we continue?
We can continue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Continuing.
So, for the second meeting of Sprint 2, we just continued on what it is that we're doing. We just spoke to each other. I don't know. We were all present. Anyone
This is
else?
where we also started doing research on our user stories, finalizing our work environments, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, most of us were just doing the setting of our environments, and some work began on this day.
Yes. Third meeting, we were all present again.
This was our meeting with this was the day with the product owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an emergency meeting with the product owner on this day, and we began to consolidate all files from a single location, pulled directly from the production server.
Yeah. Toby took care of setting up the Bitbucket for all of us. Okay.
No, I think that was in the next day. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's what he asked you,
Yeah,
or rather you volunteered to do.
Right.
We began the consolidation on this day, so the next sprint then.
Okay. Continuing in Sprint 2, this is our fourth meeting.
So let's see, it was here, I believe, that Toby officially had the
development branch.
Bitbucket branches set up for the development branch.
Yeah, I see it there.
Yeah. I was working on some issues with deploying, but yeah, this is when I started working on it.
I was having issues displaying the projects so that they could be approved, which was hindering my work on this bug fix.
Okay, we all
I think we were also having issues with the database.
Yeah.
We didn't have the one from the website.
Yeah, that was hurting it.
That was kind of a hassle setting that up. Okay. Fifth meeting, all present again.
I think by this point, everyone had their development branch set up on Bitbucket.
Yeah.
We were all able to clone the repository from Bitbucket using our appropriate branches.
Yes.
And by the end of the first week, which this sprint meeting represented, I was able to complete the bug that I was focused on since the beginning of the sprint.
Yep, skill list, yep, perfect. Monday of week 2 of sprint 2, all present again. Anything anyone would like to elaborate on for this meeting?
No, this was just the beginning of my research into the next major feature that I did this sprint, which is the VIP 154.
Okay. All present again for this meeting. Anyone would like to say anything for this meeting?
No.
No?
This meeting was mostly research for me.
Yeah, I was
so
also
not much coding was done.
Yeah, same as well. I was also looking at HipChat and answering questions, I think, this day and the day after.
Yeah, you've been very involved in the HipChat. Okay. Following meeting, all present again. We met with
on
the
this day. We
owner.
had the meeting with the product owner.
Yes.
And I think by this day we all also had our databases set up with the database from the website.
Yeah, the backup database is what I've worked on.
Yeah. After this point forward, a lot of the issues we were having before with projects and other display issues were basically solved. I was able to begin the foundation for the user store I was working on, VIP154, but there were still a lot of bugs and missing pieces to it.
Okay. Thursday's meeting of last week, all present and accounted for.
I think today on that day I was able to make some progress on my user story with the class synchronization issue. Now that I had the database set up.
Yeah, I also created a rudimentary super search bar and just worked on getting it to dynamically display the results.
Yeah, on Thursday, I tried to find the issue and I thought I found it, but it didn't look like there was anything wrong. That's when I started figuring like there's really nothing wrong with the code itself and started to look into different solutions. And then during that process, I cleaned up the README for the installation guide that I made earlier in the week.
I was having some really extreme issues on this day. I worked over the usual limit for it, and none of the attempted solutions worked. I was also thinking about reevaluating the approach to this feature as a whole, but that didn't go anywhere.
Okay. And our final meeting of Sprint 2.
Here we were just wrapping up the sprints. We did our retrospective and review. And I think some of us also worked on updating the professor on the status of our project.
Yeah, I put some new user stories in the backlog, waiting for approval, and I sent him a demo video to see if the implementation of the feature was how he wanted it.
I was able to complete the user story as per the original specifications, so there was no need to actually reevaluate the entire feature, since it was able to be completed with the original idea. So after I completed that, I began to research and look into how future user stories could possibly be implemented to start the road work moving forward.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's it, okay.
And that reaches the end of Sprint 2.
That wraps it up. Stop recording.